You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, these are the morning headlines for Sunday, April 12th. A sharp escalation following failed diplomacy. President Donald Trump says the U.S. Navy will begin an immediate blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, aiming to stop ships from entering or leaving the critical waterway after U.S.-Iran talks in Pakistan collapse without agreement. Trump says the move is designed to cut off what he describes as Iran's economic leverage, targeting vessels that have paid tolls to Tehran. He warns that no such ships will have safe passage, and adds the United States is prepared to act further at what he calls the appropriate moment. The talks ended after 21 hours, leaving a fragile 2-week ceasefire in doubt. U.S. officials say negotiations broke down over Iran's refusal to abandon a path toward nuclear weapons, while Iranian officials blame Washington for the failure. Iranian media is now broadcasting footage it says shows a Revolutionary Guard naval officer warning U.S. warships in the Strait of Hormuz, signaling rising tensions in the strategic corridor. In Israel, the military is shifting posture. Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir is ordering heightened readiness, instructing forces to prepare for a possible return to direct conflict with Iran on short notice following the collapse of talks. On the northern front, Israeli forces are intensifying operations in southern Lebanon. A Lebanese security source says Israeli troops have effectively sealed off all main access routes to the town of Bint Jbeil, surrounding what are described as dozens of militants inside. The Israeli military is now moving into the town itself, considered a symbolic stronghold of Hezbollah. Officials say the operation follows days of encirclement and preparatory strikes, with expectations that resistance could continue for several days as forces work to clear the area. The move comes ahead of expected negotiations between Israel and Lebanon, even as military operations expand on the ground. From the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV calls for protection of civilians in Lebanon, saying he feels closer than ever to the Lebanese people and describing their protection as a moral duty. He urges all sides to seek peace. And in Europe, voters in Hungary are turning out in record numbers for a closely watched parliamentary election that could end Prime Minister Viktor Orban's 16-year rule. Officials report turnout reaching 54% by midday, significantly higher than the previous election, as both government and opposition trade accusations of electoral fraud. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.